Here it comes from Dr. Frankenstein's laboratory in the haunted 444RR studios. It's the Talk Is Right, the only youcast with ghosts, goblins, and ghouls. Oh my! And now, here is your scary host, 444RR.
Alright, hello everybody, it's Friday and it's time for the next episode of The Talk Is Right, the only youcast with game shows, magic, and more. Maybe I should have said ghosts, goblins, and ghouls. Oh my! Because it's October, we're back to our annual Halloween episodes of The Talk Is Right. I'm not going to be in costume this year, though. I don't feel like getting dressed up in costume. But we do have Wizard Snoopy joining us again this year. Hello, Mr. Wizard Snoopy. And we have Zach's wonderful intro he made at the top of the show. Ghosts, goblins, and ghouls. Oh my! I love that. But we're going to get right into the Talk Is Right. There was no Talk Is Right last week not because of the government shutdown, but because there was no news to report on, if you can believe that. I didn't have very much to report on last week, so didn't really have to do a Talk Is Right. But we got some news that I wanted to talk about this week, and the first thing I want to talk about is something really cool I got off eBay. If you didn't see this when I posted the announcement video, I got an official TPIR actual item. It's from the 6/7/2000 show, which was taped on 5/30/2000, and it's an official Price is Right staging sheet. What this is it maps out where all the prizes and games and items up for bids are. So as you see, the first game was Lucky 7. Card comes out behind the turntable, goes to position B, and it also shows the prizes that were being played for, and there's some other ones. You can see my announcement video that I posted of that. That I posted a week ago or something like that. And I'm wearing my other thing I got off eBay, Family Game Night shirt. I love these two things. These are pretty cool. There's also going to be you can do some searching for them, but I'm not going to give out the link. Some more Price is Right memorabilia going up on eBay very soon. Somebody has some more memorabilia they're going to put on eBay. I'm not going to give out the link because I don't want to drive the bids up too much, because some of it's going to be really, really cool stuff. Like there's going to be one thing. There used to be a board to the left of the turntable, and it would have all the pricing games listed for that day. And it was sitting right next to the producer's table, when they used to have the producer's table out in the open. And they're going to be some of those little slates that they used to show some of the pricing games on there, which is really cool. So I'm going to try to bid on that when it goes on eBay. But you can do the searching for that. I can't give you the link out. It's not even on eBay yet, as of Friday the 11th. So I can't, but I'm not going to give you the link anyways. Alright, speaking of the Price is Right, we're going to talk about a couple things on the Price is Right. First of all, the worst gimmick that I hate on the Price is Right, I wish they'd taken away, is the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes gimmick that they do. The very first year they did this, which was 2 years ago, Publishers Clearinghouse, they had the middle slot in Plinko would go up $10,000 each day for an entire week, possibly giving away $100,000 if nobody hit the center slot. And if somebody hit that center slot, the center slot would go back to roll back to 10,000, and then keep climbing all the way up to the end of the week. And the center slot would go up to 20,000, 30, 40, 50, all the way up. I didn't like that gimmick, and so they changed it last year, where the first person to win their pricing game won an extra $20,000 on top of the prize. And they brought that back this year. I hate this gimmick. I wish they'd stop with the Publishers Clearinghouse. I just feel like it's something that they can get, and it's like, look at us, we can get Publishers Clearinghouse to come on the show and give away $20K. It's an okay gimmick, but it's not. I don't think it's necessary for the show. And Roger Dobkowitz knew that they didn't need gimmicks to keep the show fresh. It was just the contestants and the prizes and the games. But whatever. Speaking of Roger Dobkowitz, by the way, former Price is Right executive producer Roger Dobkowitz and Price is Right announcer, who now hosts a lot of the live stage show announcing, Randy West, was on Stu's show, Stu Shokas's show at stewshow.com last week. It was 2 nights ago on Wednesday. They were on there for a good 3 hours talking about the history of Mark Goodson game shows, because Roger Dobkowitz worked with Mark Goodson when he was still alive. And he was actually the executive producer of The Price is Right, and he executive produced the Match Game as well. And they went into some in-depth history of the Match Game, Price is Right, Family Feud, bunch of other Mark Goodson created game shows. It is definitely worth a listen to if you didn't get to catch it on Wednesday when it was on the air live. They answered some viewer emails, talked about Price is Right history and all the other Mark Goodson game shows. Randy West, of course, he was doing the announcing when I was on the Price is Right stage version. But that's definitely worth a listen to. And it's only a minimal fee now because it's in the archives of only 99 cents at stewshow.com. So go check that out. Go download it. I listened to the entire 3 hours that night. It was pretty sweet and pretty cool to hear some of the history of The Price is Right and other classic game shows. So it's only 99 cents at the Stew Show archives. Go download it, a very minimal fee, and you're going to hear a really good, it's definitely worth a good 3 hours of your time to listen to it because it's jam-packed full of really cool information. All right. And one other thing about The Price is Right that I do want to talk about is the new set that has debuted. It's going to debut it was debuted this week. We're going to go back to the old turntable and showcase podiums for 2 weeks. The new set's going to come back for a week, go away for a couple weeks, then be permanent in a couple more weeks. The reason why this is going to happen is because they're airing these episodes out of order, and the production numbers are not right. So that is the reason why you're going to see the new set kind of weave back and forth. And they did that in season, I think it was 39, the first time they had the blue seats in the audience. They went from blue to red to blue, back to red, then permanently to blue. Because for some reason, CBS or Fremantle or Price is Right, whoever, likes to air these episodes out of order. I don't know why. But the new set looks very, very good. I like most of the new set. There's a few things in it that I don't like. I think the border around the doors and the new blue looks very nice, very slick, very sleek, and very slim. I like it. I think it's great. Especially the asterisks that they have on the blue parts now. The white Goodson-Todman asterisks look very, very nice. I think it looks better than the gray stars that they had before. Another thing that changed was the turntable. The turntable is now blue. I think the blue looks very nice. It's kind of almost glass-like. It looks like glass. It's reflective. It's shiny. It's nice. It's pretty. I like it. A lot of people online are saying that a lot of people are mixed on the showcase podiums. I kind of like it. That's just me, though. I don't know about you. Post what you think down below of all these new set changes. The only thing I don't like is the white turntable. It's the actual turntable part itself is white. It really throws it off. You couldn't find... The reason why, first of all, it's white, according to Scott Robinson, one of the executive producers, or one of the guys who worked at The Price is Right as a PA, a production assistant, said that the reason why the turntable is always carpet was because the games that they load onto the turntable are so heavy, and it will destroy the turntable if it's glass or whatever the turntable happens to be right now. I think it's glass right now, but whatever it happens to be, it would destroy it. So I think the white turntable section is I think it's like some kind of plastic or something. So it won't ruin the turntable when these big heavy games come on, but you couldn't find blue plastic. I mean, it looks weird to have this nice blue, and then this kind of odd plastic white color. It looks very weird, in my opinion. The showcase podiums, the new ones, look very nice. I love the metallic bottoms, and I love that they brought the Goodson-Todman asterisk back on the showcase podium. I like that. The only thing I don't like is the light blue price down $ behind the bids. I think that looks terrible. They're overusing the price down $, I think. Speaking of the price down $, the big one between the turntable and door 1 looks hideous. It shouldn't be blue. It should be silver like all the other ones in between each door. The one that's in between door 1 and door 2 and door 2 and door 3 are silver. That one in between door 1 and the turntable should look silver. In my opinion, I think because it blends too much with the blue wall they have behind the big $. So I think instead of it being blue, it should be silver or something like that. For the breast cancer awareness show on October 1st, it was pink. and I think it looked better when it was a different color than blue. So I think that hopefully maybe throughout the season that dollar sign may change to white or silver. I think it would look a lot better. So, post what you guys think of the new set changes down below in the comments. I will say one thing, though. I think the set would look better instead of the white floor to have it all black. I think the set would look better if they used the $1 Million Spectacular black floor. I think it would look more sleek like that. The glass, whatever it is, turntable, I think would stand out a lot more if it was the black floor. But that's just my opinion. All right. Now, TBS, which is kind of that network that runs a lot of syndicated programming, like they do The Big Bang Theory on there a lot, and they do Family Guy, is coming out with a new game show. It's called Trust Me, I'm a Game Show Host. Now, I talked about this a while back ago. It's been a while since I've talked about this, but it's finally going to be premiering Tuesday, October 22nd at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. And it's the new TBS quiz show, Trust Me, I'm a Game Show Host, hosted by D.L. Hughley and Michael Ian Black. One contestant will try to guess which of the two host statements are lies and which are the truth for the chance to win tens of thousands of dollars. Now, if you go and put on, look in YouTube, Trust Me, I'm a Game Show Host, premieres Tuesday, October 22nd. That's the name of the video. They have a promo for it up there. It looks pretty funny. Michael Ian Black and D.L. Hughley are two very hilarious comedians. So I think this should be a really funny game show. And what they'll do is they'll say two scenarios, such as cannibalism is illegal in the United States, or is outlawed in the United States, or it's illegal to carry a banjo on the streets of Philadelphia. And one of those statements, that's just two that I made up, but one of those would be wrong and one would be right. And that's all we have right now on the show. But it looks pretty funny according to the promo video, so I'm really excited about that. The Chase, which is GSN's exciting quiz show with the Beast, gets a new time slot on GSN. Season debut is Tuesday, November 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm really, really excited to see The Chase. I liked it when it was on, so I'm really excited to see it again when it comes back on, and that's Tuesday, November 5th. I'm really excited about that. Nickelodeon has put out some really great game shows in the past, especially in the 90s, like Double Dare, Legends of the Hidden Temple, Guts, Nick Arcade, and in the 2000s they put out a couple good game shows, such as Double Dare 2000, Figure It Out, and Brain Surge, hosted by Jeff Sudpin. Well, Nickelodeon has ordered an online-only game show called Split Second for 15 episodes. And with the option to move to TV is going to be there, so we'll have to see if we're going to get a really good Nickelodeon game show out of it. So I really hope we will. There's no information about that game show Split Second yet, but I don't know when it's going to premiere online, but hopefully it's going to be a really, really cool thing. So I'm really excited to see that because Nickelodeon's put out some really great game shows. I was a big fan of Brain Surge. I thought that was one of Nickelodeon's best game shows since the 90s, in my opinion. I liked that. And then Figure It Out was basically the same thing like it was in the 90s. It was the same kind of show. So they didn't make really many changes to that show. Alright, and also, coming up very soon, in the next few, I think it's going to premiere in November. I don't have an exact date. I think it's in November, I want to say. Disney Channel is going to premiere a new revival of an old 80s game show, Win, Lose, or Draw. It's going to be a teen version of Win, Lose, or Draw, where they're going to be teenage contestants with Disney Channel celebrities playing the classic game Win, Lose, or Draw. So I'm really excited about that. I think it's supposed to premiere in November, but I don't have the exact date. And one of my favorite magicians, Justin Willman, will be hosting that. You might know him from Cupcake Wars and from some stuff he did on the Hub, like Scrabble Showdown. All right, speaking of Justin Willman, we're going to go on to the Magic News. And we have the first Magic News, one of my favorite AGT magicians ever. You know I love Collins Key. He has visited InspireWire. Collins Key recently visited Hallmark's online clip show, InspireWire. They posted some extra effects, including the one which you can go check out on their official YouTube account. That's InspireWire. So go check that out. You can see the full episode on InspireWire and some bonus magic clips. So that's very cool. So go check that out. I really recommend you going to check out Collins Key. And, of course, Collins Key also is going to be part of the AGT live show, which that's coming to your town. Definitely go see it because you'll see Collins Key perform some really cool magic for the AGT live show. Again, I'm really, as I said, I'm really a big fan of Collins Key. I think he did really, really well. All right. E.T. grabs pic of Roy Horn and Tiger. Now, if you don't know who Roy Horn is, he was one half of the famous Las Vegas magic duo Siegfried and Roy. Yesterday, which would have been October 3rd, Entertainment Tonight released a picture of Roy Horn with Manticore, the tiger that hurt him on stage 10 years ago. The picture was taken at Siegfried and Roy's secret garden in Las Vegas. Shows Roy feeding the tiger by hand. It's just kind of a cool little picture. You can go to ET's website to see that. It's kind of cool. There is a new David Blaine special announced and also performing for George W. Bush. First, David Blaine will return to his roots, a 90-minute ABC magic special without an endurance stunt. Blaine took a deep dive through his iPhone contacts to get a real roster of celebrity cameos, including Ricky Gervais, Stephen Hawking, and in what will be a rare televised appearance anywhere, former President George W. Bush. It's directed by Matthew Akers, who last directed the Manera Magri documentary, The Artist That Is President. I'm sure I butchered that. I'm sorry. This is a quote from the exclusive announcement from The Hollywood Reporter. And here's the quote. The show specifically will allow the viewer to figure out what's real and what's based on magic with a combination of all different kinds of magic. There's things that I traveled to Africa to learn, and you'll see that process when I come back and perform it in front of Woody Allen, Robert De Niro, and guys like that. He revealed, quote, there are new things that only a few people in the world can do, end quote. Other celebrities featured include Katy Perry, Harrison Ford, Olivia Wilde, and Kanye West. David Blaine, Real or Magic, will air during November Sweeps Week. So that's very, very exciting. I love David Blaine. I think he's really, really good. And I'm glad that he's not doing an endurance stunt. He's getting back to his roots in magic. Now, of course, Spike TV, I got to talk about this. I don't want to because I hate this dude, but it is Chris Angel's show on Spike TV. I believe has been airing. I don't even watch Spike, but I don't even watch Chris Angel. So I can't tell you, but definitely go watch that. I hear it's okay. It's highly edited from what I heard, though. So if you like highly edited programming, then it's for you. All right, the Houdini Museum getting a facelift. WNEP reports that the Houdini Museum in Scranton, Pennsylvania is getting a new facade. Plans to make the museum, curated by Dorothy Dierich and Dick Barusks, looks more like the type of turn-of-the-century theater that Houdini himself would have played. The museum is only one of a handful of public institutions dedicated to magic and magicians in the United States. Learn more about the museum at their official website, Houdini.org. So it's really cool, and I think on the Houdini website you can actually see the new facelift for the museum. So it's really, really cool. Yes. Now, there is a really cool video on YouTube. It's called Magic Tip for Pizza Delivery, $100. There have been a few YouTube videos featuring bill changes that make donations or tips into larger bills. And this is a really cool one for a few reasons. First, magician Stuart Edge did it to kick off National Pizza Month, which is the month of October. Of course, every month seems to have some random holiday that nobody knows about. Like October 31st is not just Halloween, it's National Candy Corn Day, National UNICEF Day, National Knock Knock Joke Day, National Candy Corn, or National Caramel Apple Day, and International Magic Day. So as you see, lots of holidays have different things. But also the video is cool. It's pretty cool that he was dropping 20s like Dr. Dre drops beats. Third, in the video, information on his YouTube page, Edge gives an URL for anyone who wants to learn this trick, but it isn't exposed. It leads you to your chance to buy the effect Richard Sanders Extreme Burn 2.0 on Penguin Magic. All in all, it's a pretty cool take on the Bill Change video meme. So it's really cool how he gives the pizza guy and changes the tip into 20s. It's really cool. I definitely recommend going to see that. And Collins Key, one more Collins Key story, visits York Suburban Middle School. Collins Key is currently on the America's Got Talent live tour with other finalists, and he has taken advantage of the tour to meet his fans. While in York, Pennsylvania, earlier last week, he stopped by the local middle school on an off day to encourage the kids to follow their dreams and share a little magic. The York Dispatch covered his visit and posted a video on the York Dispatch website. So, and yes, that's really cool. So I love Collins Key. Again, anything about Collins Key really excites me. And definitely go subscribe to his YouTube channel if you have not. Okay. Well, I think I've done enough magic news for this week. That's it for The Talk is Right. Thank you so much for watching our first Halloween episode. There is definitely going to be at least one more Halloween episode. I want to try to do one the weekend before Halloween or something. We'll see what happens. But there might not be a Talk is Right next week. So we'll see what's going to happen. I can't go into too much information. We'll definitely see. Thank you for watching this week's Talk is Right. I'm going to see you next week. Sorry, I didn't think this was going to be such a long video. My time down there says 20 minutes. So, sorry about that, folks. I didn't think it was going to be this long. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for the next episode of The Talk is Right. Zachman18, take us out.
This is the Zachman18 speaking for The Talk is Right, a 444RR production.